first hungry and cold, living in deplorable conditions. We are hearing from a migrant from Brazil who was detained for months.
26-year-old says he barely had enough food and witnessed two people die in ICE custody. Tia spoke with him today about his experience. Tia?
Yeah, we had a very long conversation that lasted for quite some time. He told me about his ordeal. It was really something. This is the first time we are hearing from someone that lived on the inside for 40 minutes. Mateos described for me what he endured in ICE custody. Using a Portuguese translator, he says he slept on the floor, barely had food, and his phone calls to the outside world were limited to just 1 minute.
They were sleeping on the floor. He was not able to shower. He was not able to use the bathroom because the bathrooms were out of order, so there was only one bathroom available. When he asked for water, the agents would look at him and then just be very dismissive and not say anything and walk away.
Mateos, a 26-year-old electrician, came to the U.S. in 2017 on a tourist visa to visit his father and stayed in the country. While visiting his wife in Orlando, Florida back in February, Mateos was detained by immigration authorities. He was shackled, chained from head to toe, and put on a bus bound for Miami. A trip that should have taken 3.5 hours stretched into a grueling 10-hour ordeal with frequent stops and no relief. He says when he finally arrived at the Chrome Detention Center in Miami, things only got worse. The facility, originally built to hold 600 people, was reported to be operating at 3 times its capacity. In February of this year, a Ukrainian man held at Chrome died from a brain bleed, while he was in ICE custody.
They needed to limit our conversation with the outside because 2 people had died. One person died from a heart attack there, and then the other person committed suicide. So they needed to limit the access of the detainees with the outside because they were scared of how 2 people had already died there. When he got here, essentially he felt freedom, he felt safe, and now wherever he goes, he feels very scared. With the Trump administration, he feels that they're implementing a lot of fear in society.
Well, after months of harsh conditions at Chrome, Mateos was transferred to a more humane ICE facility in Texas and was later released on bond. Mateos has 2 cases, one for a T visa and another for asylum. Mateos is barred from working legally, but says he's forced to take undocumented jobs to cover the more than $25,000 in legal and bond-related costs. Of course, we'll have much more on his story coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. Terrence?